You're so funny.
What are you doing?
I'm getting all the rain gutters clean because I don't like it how it is all nasty.
You've turned into a perfectionist. I don't know.
I don't know about that. I like stuff to be nice, and I don't like to be all like yuck.
Well, are you ready to sit down and have some coffee time with me?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
To a Tuesday day off.
Happy Tuesday, everyone.
Yeah.
This is Say I Do Forever. And I'm Krista.
And it's Say I Do Forever, Jay, Christa, Say I Do Forever, Tony. Anyway, we are enjoying my day off Tuesday. And we're just going to kind of do some stuff around the yard unless a storm moves in because it looks like it's coming.
But how long has it been since we have sat down and had a coffee time together?
It's been a while.
Like literally.
Quite a while.
Not even with a camera.
Mm-mm.
When's the last time we actually got to sit down and have coffee
A long
together?
time.
Months.
Yeah, months.
So I'm so glad to have a day where we kind of woke up slow. It's a little later.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, the sun's about to hit our camera. So we're hoping that we moved the table way back to try to get out of the sun's rotation.
Yeah. It's all about timing with our roof and our and the studio roof and everything else.
Yeah.
So, and this is my third cup of coffee, so I'm good.
Yeah. So, what should we talk about today?
Well,
we forgot how to have a coffee
We are
time. Hi, I'm Krista. Nice to meet you.
How's it going? I got the grapevines fed up through the pergola, so they'll kind of keep on meandering through there, which is good. Krista's plants are absolutely just rocketing.
Let's take them on a walk after we sit down and have a coffee time. Let's take them on a walk around.
I agree. You guys need to see this. And then I'm going to work on the waterfall. And what else were we going to do? I've got bricks for her
water barrels.
Rain barrels. She needs to order another rain barrel.
My bricks.
Yeah, that's part of the waterfall.
My bricks for my waterfall
that is part of the
bricks
water.
For my water barrel are under the waterfall.
Right. But I got her nicer, newer ones.
I got prettier ones. So we got to reset those.
Yep.
But lots to do today. It's a day off and we're going to hang around here. It's cooler.
Yeah, it's a lot better today.
Now it's supposed to be in the hundreds this week.
Yeah.
But our evenings
when I go back to work
and night times have been cooler.
Yeah. It's a nice transition when your evening temps are in the 60s. I think 2 days ago it was like 57 and when we woke up. Mm-hmm. So, it's nice to see the fall weather coming. I mean, the flies are terrible, but the weather is transitioning to cooler. So it'll be nice.
Which I was kind of not happy about it, summer ending, because I feel like we got such a late start and finally the garden is starting to, I'm starting to get tomatoes now.
Right.
I mean, they're not even red, but so I feel like, gosh, that was too short because it started so late.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm kind of glad that fall is coming because I don't know, I just need a slowdown. I have been so slammed.
Yeah, she's been go with all the brides and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a nice transition for her to just relax and chill. And my busy season's going to be starting around Thanksgiving, I think. I'm already getting busier at work.
Yeah, you worked 10 and a half hours yesterday.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot worse, I think. I mean, the money's good, but it's going to be real busy.
Yeah.
From November, I think, through February. Mm-hmm. So it is what it is, and I'm ready for it. So bring it on.
You've been really enjoying your job.
Bring it on.
Yeah, and I have left my other channel completely abandoned for a couple weeks because I have been trying to finish all of my September brides.
Yeah.
There was some more drama than normal for my September brides. Yeah. And we're finishing up September and I'm on to October brides right now. But it was tough going for a little
Yeah.
bit.
But it's all good now, and you're starting to do the slow down thing. So
In about a month. I have about another month of chaos, and
yeah,
then it's crickets, which is nice.
yeah, and then you'll just enjoy relaxing,
But what are
which is
some other
good.
things since the last time we had coffee? Our daughter came home from Guatemala.
Oh yeah.
Yep,
And
and
now we can show you more pictures, and we can talk about what she did more now that she's done, and she's posted on Instagram a lot of
yep,
her
we
pictures.
were told that we weren't allowed to post any pictures or anything because a little bit she was in a little bit of danger. You know, I mean,
When she's out in the middle of the jungle in Guatemala, I mean,
yeah,
you know,
yeah. And speaking of that, I just saw our dog run. Where's Chiquita?
Chiquita's right here.
Okay,
That's Krista's dad's dog,
we're babysitting.
Chihuahua. But anyway, Cynthia got to do some really cool stuff while she was in Guatemala.
Yeah.
A lot of excavation of like artifacts that she found, and she led the team, and hopefully they give her the recognition of finding these items. So it's exciting.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they knew before she got there that there was a possible temple underneath there. It was a giant hill, kind of like a tell, which is an archaeological term for a hill that has layers. But I think this was just looked like a hill, and they knew there was from maybe something else that there could be possibly a temple there. I don't know all the details there, but her team got to start digging and uncover the steps to the temple. And so by the end of it, she actually they uncovered like the huge stairway, and then they kind of broke in through that and found that there was a second stairway.
Yeah.
And they ended up finding some artifacts in.
Yeah, it's cool.
I can't remember all the terms of what she calls it, but it's kind of underneath a flagstone where they have dedicated the temple when it was made, and they uncover that, and they kind of had a time capsule in there of. They had
different things.
Had some bones of somebody that was buried there in a jar, and they had some artifacts, and it was all stuff that they had dedicated to the temple. And they found, I think, 2 of those, and they just kept uncovering and uncovering and uncovering.
Yeah,
about cool. 2 months.
Yeah,
she was just digging 7 days a week.
Yeah,
anytime there was daylight.
It definitely was cool.
And getting stuck in the mud.
Oh yeah, the videos of her getting her group stuck in the mud. They have certain drivers that are really good at driving through this just thick. I mean, it's just deep of mud, and they just keep going. They punch it and just get through the mud. And then one time they got stuck, and then they got out. So it's cool pics. Hopefully you can find the ones that she posted, and
ironically
put them on here.
I was going to actually show you, but they're on my phone, which is recording us right now. So I don't think I can get there from my other phone.
Oh, that's funny.
I have 2 phones. This is my work phone, but but my personal phone is actually recording us right now. So
yeah.
But anyways, I can find a few and put them here on the video right towards the end.
Yeah. Another thing we're going to be doing, and it's exciting, well, to both of us, it's exciting, is I'm going to get a power washer, and I'm going to power wash our house, and then we're going to let it dry, thoroughly dry, and then you're bumping the table.
Sorry.
And you always get on me about bumping the table. We're going to power wash the house, and then we're going to paint our house gray. It is right now, it's kind of a orangey, yellowish,
let me see if I can move it so they
kind
can see
of really crummy brick.
Which I like brick, but I think we're ready for a change.
Well, it's just an ugly brick that needs to be painted. So anyway, we have a video that we watched on Lowe's on YouTube, and there's a gentleman that shows you what paint to use, the type of exterior that he uses to paint this brick when he's showing you the video. And you power wash it, you wait 48 hours and all this stuff till it dries, and then you can just get after it. And we're excited about that because we've always wanted our house gray, and now we'll be able to just get
It'll be gray like this here.
Yeah, just like this gray.
Yep.
But we're going to be able to get as much done as we can between now and the end of fall before it gets too cold to paint. So we're excited to get as much done as we possibly can.
I think that's our next big project.
Yep, and we'll video it, and it's going to be exciting. I mean, it's just going to make the house look so much better. For our own selves, curb appeal, it's just going to look a lot better. This house that we live in, it used to have a window air conditioner mounted inside the brick, blowing in the base of the front window, which was terrible. So that was before they had central AC. And there's a dark orange spot where they tried to piecemeal all the brick in, where they pulled the window air conditioner out once somebody way before us owned this house, and they put central AC in. So you'll see that too. We'll make sure we get that on the video, so you can see the ugly orange.
Because it's like funny,
I think it will.
You're like, something's wrong with that. Why is that very orange? Why is there an orange kind of glow right there?
It goes back to one of these things is not like the other.
something's
out there.
They did a pretty good job, because it takes you a little bit to figure out why. And I kept seeing it when we would drive up the street towards our house and kind of go, why is there just an orange hue?
Why is it so dark orange there, and then the rest is just a natural orangey, brownish brick, tan brick? So it'll be interesting.
We haven't done that because originally we thought we had to have a professional to paint the house. And so we were waiting until we could afford it, and then prices just kept going up and up and up. And
and it was her idea for us to team up and paint it. She's
so
like, we can do this.
Do it?
And I'm like, okay, well, then let's get after it and do it, and paint it. So
we started YouTubing it, and we were like, you know what? This is doable. Yeah. And the paint that they suggest, ironically, is the exact paint.
Yeah, it's the exterior gray
that we've been doing,
that we got at Lowe's.
So it has the same whatever it is in it.
Yeah, and it is totally great for brick. Go figure. It's great for brick and it's great for wood. So it's the best of both worlds. Yeah. So we're going to get after it and get it all painted and done.
Do you think that will be our last big project before winter? Because
I think so.
Well, our front door has to be replaced. It's still sitting in my bedroom.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, that's a whole nother long story that we won't get into. But I have to sand that door.
We have a brand new door.
So real quick, we got a brand new door, and I went to paint it, and I used brush and roller, and she didn't like it. It did leave like lines and like almost like little like
not bubbles,
like bumps or whatever because of the roller. It looks terrible, so I have to resand it. And then my mom has an airless sprayer. So once I get the door sanded completely, then I'll run it over to my mom's house in her garage, and I'll shoot it with the black and be done with it. And then a friend of mine that's very good, my friend Todd, he's very good at putting doors and all that stuff in. So he's going to give me a hand. Hopefully he has time in the fall that he doesn't. He has a really good job and he gets busy. So I'm hoping that he'll have time to help me put the door in real quick. Yeah. Well, not real quick. You guys know how long it takes to put a door in, but
it'd be nice to have the front of our house, because we moved in and we instantly went to completely redoing the backyard.
Right.
And our focus has really been the backyard. And so this year when we did the steps, and I'll actually link that in the description, when we had the steps poured, was the first real big thing we did in the front. Right. And now it's time. We need a new front door. We've needed it for 7 years while we've been here. Yeah. We needed new steps because they were really bad. So we got those. We got some new flower beds.
Well, and the best part about the door too is it's going to have a brand new seal around it, so we won't get that cold air blowing in when we get snow.
You could always see daylight in our old and at this one. Yeah. Especially in
on
the
winter.
Bottom
corner. But it's just an old door. It's time. And I got the whole door frame jammed and door all in one. I got that from Lowe's. Krista picked it out and she really likes it. So as soon as I get it sanded, I can get it over to my mom's and paint it before it gets too cold. And then hopefully we can get the door put in.
Yeah. And then our railing, which was on order in like May.
Yeah. The guy just disappeared. I'm hoping that he didn't like pass away, because we talked to him. He came, and he was an older guy. He came out, he did the measuring on what we wanted, and he said he'd get back to us. And then I waited like a month, and then I texted him, no answer. I called him, no response.
He's vanished.
Yeah, it's like, oh my gosh, did he pass away or what's going on? You know? So
and he actually did that right there.
Yeah,
you see that beautiful ironwork?
That rail right up here.
Yeah. So I think I just messed up our
that's
thingy,
okay.
But...
Anyway, he is or was a very talented guy. I mean, he was so good that he was backed up with projects that people were having him do. And he said, you know, he would render some drawings and email them over, and he never did. So now I'm going to have to try to find another welder that can do the rails
on our
for
front
out front.
steps. We want to have rails. It'd be easier for our parents to get in and out of the house.
Oh, yeah, and then when we get older, it'll be easier for us too.
Yeah, we're really thinking about us.
Yeah,
we were thinking about us. Now we're really thinking about our parents.
Yeah, long term, it's going to be for us. Short term, it's going to be for them.
Yeah,
you know. So we need to get after it and find somebody else that welds in our area. But I'm sure I'll be able to find someone else.
Yeah. So coming up, we do have the big project, and then we were like, what do we do as we go into winter? But go ahead.
I was just going to say, yeah, we'll go over the winter projects, but in spring we want to do a new flower bed and plant either 1 or 3 cut leaf weeping birch trees in our front yard, obviously away from our water line that comes to the house. But it will add a real good look to the front too, with a nice cut leaf weeping birch. We both love the birch bark. So it's going to be really a pretty tree, or multiple trees cluster, whatever we decide.
Yeah.
So
I think next spring will all be like a lot of stuff in the front yard.
Yeah.
And then also we need to put plants around the waterfall and stuff like that. We just got to the point where we were like, okay, we're out of money and out of time.
The nurseries, the nurseries are out of plants. So in the plant time for planting the plants by the waterfall in the creek, we're out of time as far as the number of days, you know, I think that we'll have.
Yeah, and we're starting to get sun. Do you see
that? Yep.
Let me move it.
Sunbeams. There you go. We'll just keep moving back and keep moving the camera back.
Yeah, we're moving with the sun here.
Yep. So anyway, as far as the plants around the waterfall, we'll have to dress it up really, really nice in the spring, and we'll show you guys. We'll show you guys that in the spring.
Yeah, I need to do some canning. I bought canning jars, and I have so many tomato plants. We'll show you as we walk around the yard.
Oh my gosh.
The problem is that we had such a late spring that I don't know if I'm going to have red tomatoes before.
Yeah, living where we do, the window just closed. I mean, it's closing. She's not having the time for the heat to make her tomatoes grow to the size they need to, and then turn.
So I may have to go to the farmer's market and get some tomatoes.
Yeah.
I noticed they were late too. They just showed up at the farmer's market.
Yep.
And but I want to make some tomato jam, which is my childhood favorite. Believe it or not, it is kind of has a sweet fall flavor. It's got nutmeg and cinnamon. You don't taste the tomatoes; they are just the base.
Yeah. And
it just reminds me of my childhood. If you guys have done tomato jam, but I'm going to do that, and I'll do it on camera.
Yeah.
I planted so many tomato plants because I wanted to make my own pizza sauce, spaghetti sauce, and all of that. We're going to see if I have enough tomatoes.
If we go to the farmer's market, you will.
Yeah. So I'd like to do some of that.
Because I don't think these are going to, all these ones you have all over, or I don't think they're going to be ready in time. But who knows? If we have a warm fall, then she'll be able to harvest the ones we have. But if not, then we'll have to get them at farmer's market. Maybe you should just get them at farmer's market, and then if these harvest,
then I can do another.
You'll have extra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might not want to wait for these. We literally have, maybe if we're lucky, we have 30 days before the frost. I'm trying to remember. Sometimes we get lucky and it goes into October. Other times it gets us mid-September with a frost. So
yeah.
Pray for us to have a longer. And the other thing is, at Jay's mom's, I got to capture it as soon as they do it. But her sunflowers that I planted on the side of her yard, and I planted them late, but I wanted her to be able to see them this year. And
they're really getting tall.
I soaked them in water, and now they're getting pretty tall, and they all have heads on them. So that means that we are going to have sunflowers, and I'll capture those as soon as they do.
Yeah, hopefully they bloom.
Yeah.
And
a little,
so she can
little
see
unknown fact is she's losing her sight a little bit. So it's really important for me this year that she gets to visually see all the amazing things of here in Idaho.
Sure.
I want her to be able to see all of that.
Yeah.
So
another thing we're going to try to do here in maybe a week or 2 weeks, and the sunbeams are starting to get to the camera again.
So we're going to have to get closer.
I'll just scoot it in, and there we go.
We'll just get shorter.
There you go. So what we're going to talk about. No, another thing we're going to do is we're going to try to kayak the Snake River, and then we will post that. We're going to have to take a tandem kayak because she's too afraid to go into the river herself, even with a life jacket on, and kayak herself. So we'll start her out in the double, get her used to that. In the spring, we'll probably put her in a single side by side with me.
Is that I'll be down the river and I won't have enough strength to get back, and I'll be stranded.
The best part is when we go in a tandem, I'm going to let her do some of the work too and drive it, paddle, so she can learn how to direct the kayak to the left or the right.
Yeah.
So it'll be a fun video. Man, these flies. Well, fall time, we got flies everywhere. I don't know about you guys, but we got flies everywhere. But anyway, so that's what we'll be doing too.
Yeah.
Is the kayaks.
Lots of fun stuff coming up.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
You know, with me with a slower season, I'll have time to do editing and all that kind of fun stuff too.
Yeah. And I'm almost thinking, I don't know if it'll be in fall or spring, but once we get it dialed in with her taking her own kayak, I might get a tandem and put Duchess in the front of a tandem with a little life vest.
I just see her standing up and then dropping you up.
No, she'll be fine.
Duchess loves water. She'll jump out and she'll swim it.
Well, the best part is she'll have a life preserver on, life jacket on. So
little doggy.
I'll get her a doggy one.
Come up here, Dutchie. Come on. Up. Come on. Up. Everybody's got to see you. Come on. Up. Ah.
Okay. Where are you, Dutch?
Dutchie, come here.
Duchess. There you are.
Dutch.
There you are.
There you are.
Hi, sweetie. Who's a pretty girl? You are, Dutch. That's a great smile you got there, Dutch.
Well, should we take them on a tour of the yard?
I think so.
Before the light's a little bright, so hopefully it's an okay video.
I'm thinking start that way.
Yeah, the sun's over here, so we will figure it out.
That's usually where it starts.
We'll do a few videos trying to figure out. We may have to wait until the shade hits the yard, but anyways, we'll get that up today.
Yeah, either now or later, but
yeah. But we are so glad to be back to having a coffee time
on
Tuesdays instead of Saturdays.
Yeah, it's my day off. What do you expect? You know, you gotta fit it in wherever you can. So
yeah. But okay.
Yeah. Well, let's get after it.
Let's show them around, and then we will try at the end of this to put a few videos of our daughter's excavation.
There you go.
And you'll see the steps in the background and
cool.
Some of the stuff. It's hard, and everything's blue because they're under a tarp. A blue tarp.
So when you see it blue, you'll know it's the blue tarp.
Yeah. So okay, let's walk them around.
See you in a little bit.
Okay. Okay. Our table usually sits here, but we moved it over to get us out of this sun patch right here that's moving towards this direction. So I don't get to give you a great view of that, but look at that coleus. I am so happy with that. It turned a different color when it came out.
It just took off too with growing.
Yeah.
I love
The
this,
wire vine?
The wire vine. This is absolutely one of my favorites. Look at this.
Yeah, I love that.
It is so cool looking. It's just so cool.
Maybe we can walk down this direction, Jay. And
sure, there's a Japanese maple, or a Japanese maple, not weeping.
Yep, and your grapevine is doing.
Yep.
This one is the one we transplanted and thought was dead.
Yeah, it's doing really good.
So last year, everybody at Bible study was laughing at you because it was all dead.
Yeah, everybody's giving me a hard time, but look at the trunk on this thing. This is like an older grapevine. Look at this. It is like super thick and crunchy. Mm-hmm. Look at that. I mean, that is, and everybody, it was like looking dead and everything, and everybody's giving me a hard time. Ha! Look at that. It came back, and it's doing amazing. Look, it's almost up over the pergola, which is good. And
then this one's a baby, but it actually did better. It just, it's brand new this year.
Yep, it's going a lot faster up and over. So that's
Did you ever end up showing everybody how you took 2 of these from Lowe's or Home Depot and put together?
I don't think so.
So I needed something really, really skinny right here that went straight up, and we could not find a trellis that was thin and tall. And so Jay had this great idea. He took 2. They end right here, and he actually bolted them together
in the middle.
So turned them upside down.
So these are like 4. Each piece is like a 4-foot.
Let me
trellis.
Switch the camera and hold it so you can explain it. Oh, sorry.
So this one is like a 4-foot trellis from here up, and then this one is a 4-foot trellis from here down, and it's made for just short sections. But what I did is I took this one and flipped it upside down, bolted it together, and then on the legs that normally stick in the ground, I cut them off here, and then I use those as my brackets to hold it together.
One in the ground there.
That one has... This one is in the ground, but then if you come over here, you can see I cut the legs off, and then I sanded them and painted them, and then this is attached to the trellis, so it gives it strength to hold it.
And there's one up there.
There's one there, and then one here, and I did the same thing on that side because we needed something for the grapevine to climb up. We didn't want to just put it around the wood. We wanted it to be on something that would go that way. So now that's done.
That looks really, really good.
And it worked out really well. And Lowe's had a ton of these. So, and they're not expensive. So it's like, why not just, get creative and flip it upside down and run it over and cut it and put it up there.
Yeah, I love it.
So there you go. Yeah.
Okay.
The clematis is still hanging in there.
Yeah, these are a little spent, the clematis is done, the snapdragons are done, the dianthus is done, the Shasta daisies are done. We're at done level.
Yeah, we're coming into.
But I got this new little bird bath that the squirrels like to drink out of, and actually the dogs like to drink out of.
Yeah.
Isn't that pretty? And Jay's mom has the same one, but hers has got on the taller thing.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to hand this over to you, and I'm going to take them to the garden.
Okay.
Oh, and look at my little pumpkins that are growing up our little spirally thing.
Yeah, this little pot flower bed thingy.
Slow.
Slow.
Don't make the people sick.
The mini pumpkins are really doing good. She's got a bunch of them. This is just a few. You can kind of see that one.
Yeah, stand back and get a good look at the wholeness of it. The wholeness. I thought, well, that'd be a fun fall little thing.
Yeah.
And here are the cinder blocks that are going to go on the water barrels over here.
Yeah, in the vegetable garden.
Yep. Come on back through here. I want to show you because it took forever for my vegetable garden to actually, the potager to take shape. Actually, I'm drying out some, I was watering, so let me put my pillows back. But
yeah, you can see how it's short and on the ground. So I got those bricks, those blocks to raise it up to where the rain will.
Yeah.
Not that we've had any rain lately, but
I want you to take a look at my sunflower.
I'm in the sun. Let me point it this other way.
How tall do you think that is?
That's really tall.
It's above the peak.
So that peak is about 12 feet. So that sunflower is at least about 14 feet high.
Yeah,
That
that's
is one.
crazy.
That
This
is,
one was up, but it fell.
yeah.
Um,
That's one
and then
massive
these
sunflower.
ones are about to bloom. Mine are all late because I got them in late, but that's okay. They'll be good for fall. And then my golden cherry tomatoes. What are these? Sun sugar. They're doing really good. I've eaten off of those like nonstop.
She's got
And
some more up in there. You can see the little red ones.
my gypsy bell peppers are finally starting to turn red.
Yep,
I ate
that.
one yellow and I didn't really like it yellow.
But look at, you have all of these. Look at this. You've got 3 right here, 4.
I hope they make it
You got a
before
lot.
winter.
Hopefully.
I don't know if the sun's in your way. We're
I
in a
can
bad
still
time.
see good right here.
Okay, so this is my problem. This is the biggest of the regular red tomatoes. These are beefsteak. And you can see how far behind I am. Here we are almost to September, and that's what I've got.
Well, and we got a late start because we had a cold spring start.
So those took forever, and I didn't do a good job trimming them this year either. That's another thing, is they tended to put all their energy into the greenery, and I didn't get a chance to do a good trim.
We'll show them all your other mini pumpkins. This
And
thing is a wall of pumpkins.
Wall of pumpkins. And there's beans in here too, but yeah, it's a wall of pumpkins.
Look at that. Look at, I mean, she's got mini pumpkins all down through here. Look at.
Too bad you can't eat mini pumpkins.
Yeah.
Here's
look at, I mean, they're everywhere.
And I just found a zucchini.
And the bees are just going nuts. You found a zucchini?
Yep. I should have clipped it off, but anyway,
there you go.
It's okay. And our silver slicers have gone crazy. They're kind of white.
Yeah, Jess and Jeremiah from Roots and Refuge, they grow a lot of silver slicers. That's one of Jess's favorite.
They are prolific.
Silver slicers.
They taste pretty much like regular cucumbers. And then this is my prized tomato plant, and that one has little orange ones, but they're not cherry tomato. They're kind of these just midget ones. But anyways, it's taken forever for anything to get up and over. Last year, oh my gosh, there's a cucumber. Last year, this whole thing was cucumbers and beans. This year, look at my beans. Help me, Lord.
Yeah. Where'd the beans go? Obviously, they're not growing.
I did get another cucumber.
That's awesome.
Oh, another cucumber. I'm just now starting to have cucumbers on a regular basis. But last year, the cucumbers were up and over this whole thing.
Last year was a good year for growing.
Yeah, and this year is good in other ways.
Yeah.
But some things just got way behind. I don't know if I have enough time for some of those peppers and stuff. But the grapevine did really, really well.
Yeah, look at this grapevine.
Yeah.
It's now way taller than the fence. It's probably 2 or 3 feet higher than our fence.
Yeah, we need to do a little trimming.
Here comes little man. What's going on? Where are you going? He's like, I don't know about that camera.
Now I want to take the video camera and take you so you can take us towards your, you can actually show your waterfall and all of that.
Okay, kind of stuff. Well, let's talk about this stuff too. So you still, even though it struggled, you still have strawberries coming out right through here. I had to keep trimming.
I've not done good at watering that.
I had to keep trimming the red twig dogwood back because it kept getting bigger and bigger to where you couldn't even see anything.
I have a tomato actually growing out of my dead strawberries.
You know what? You may as well. So we've got our raspberries that are pretty much done for the season.
And then we had all these different, I don't know if they're lilies. I can't even remember what they're called, but hopefully next year they come back.
The exciting part is the mesquite tree that I brought from my mom's house. where she used to live, is
Yep.
doing really
Came
good.
from Palm Springs area.
Yeah, and look at it's doing really, really
I
good.
wonder if you could lift that up so I could see it.
Let me take this up and then let me move this stick out of the way. I don't know if you can see it or not.
He's a tree, mesquite tree.
It is growing like crazy.
Jay grew
it's
that
doing
from
so
seed.
good. Yeah, it's doing so good. I am so jazzed because I absolutely love these trees. So this is to protect it from squirrels and whatever else. So I'm jazzed about that. And then we, of course, had grasshoppers eating our red twig dogwood right here and the peony.
Yeah.
You can see all the chomp marks.
At least they made a very good design there.
Yeah, look at that. They were chomping city, man.
Fringed it.
Big time. I'll have to trim the Virginia creeper back. It's getting a little out of hand on the medallion that Christa had on the fence.
And our elephant ears are still up and going, but last year
doing good.
They were like as tall as the fence.
Yeah,
because I got them in earlier.
They're still doing good though. Snow on the mountain, it's doing really good.
And then Jay's, this is our
waterfall
happy
is doing
place.
Good. Yeah. The Vinca is doing pretty good over here.
We need to get...
we got to get some water on that.
That thing is probably not going to make it. I tried to transplant a potato vine that wasn't doing good in a pot, and it may not make it, but it's okay. It's an annual.
It's okay. We'll still water it and
it's an annual.
Get it going. Yeah.
But we're gonna try to get more grasses.
You want to get some water?
All along the back. Oh, and Duchess loves to get in the water.
There you go.
She loves.
There you go. Nothing like sitting and standing in the waterfall. Don't eat the rocks. Come on.
We made a little beach area for her.
Yeah, a little, because her paws were getting all muddy. So now we put sand down and then the little pea gravel so she can just walk to the water and back.
Yep.
And everybody's been enjoying the waterfall. Me, the dogs,
the squirrels.
The squirrels. I'm sure the cats even have been.
Yeah. So our plan is, one thing we did is all behind here at against the fence, which he's replacing the fence next year too. We were going to do it this year and the wood prices were just crazy.
Yeah.
But there is a walkway behind this privacy fence between that and the fence. And so we're going to try to keep that as clear as possible. But in front of that, all along here, we'll have plantings.
Yeah. And then we also did more grapevines, and I did more of those Lowe's trellises back there too. You can see the metal ones.
Yeah, and that's to really help you get up to the privacy fence.
So that way it can just take off and grow all the way across, which will look really nice next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff.
I did a few transplants here that I'm working on, trying to get the shore of the creek to kind of not slide into the creek. So I'm trying to get some plantings, sorry for my shadow, and rocks along the side that will keep the squirrels, when they dig, from throwing all the bark into the thing. So even though you don't want to show that side thing, can we show them my cucamelons and stuff?
Yeah, that's like the junk section that we haven't had a chance to work on this year. So, I mean, it's full of weeds, but it is what it is. I mean, everybody has a section of their yard, I'm sure, that, you know, they haven't got to yet, or it's just like out of sight, out of mind. Next year, that's going to be one of the projects we do. We're going to ace that whole entire side of the house. Ace it out and make it super nice for you. We're going to do a potting bench. I'm going to build a potting bench for you. I'm going to finish the greenhouse before the end of this year. I've got to order the glass. I have to do that today, actually. And then put the glass in, trim it up, and you'll be good to go. So that's another project.
And
lots going on.
My friend Lynn and I are going to try to do some kind of fake stained glass on some of the windows and stuff like that.
It'll
So
be cool.
We're going to do some fun to add some stained glass to that.
Yeah, it'll
Look
be
at all
really
the bark
cool.
you got piled over there.
Yep.
Some of it's got to go to the front.
Yep. And some of it'll be back here, some will be in the front, but we made sure that we went to the store that sells this Mountain Magic bark mulch that we absolutely just love. It just breaks down so nice. It makes good compost. It's phenomenal. And it's made in Idaho. So
Yeah, it's awesome stuff.
we love it.
And it's not, we found there's a difference in bark, that some bark is dyed. And
Yeah.
we hated
Or painted.
that. Painted. And
Yeah, we don't want that.
we got some of that for your mom when they ran out of this stuff, and it almost choked me.
Yeah, it wasn't a good thing.
Yeah.
I still haven't ran my electrical. I still need to do that for the pond. You can see my cord. I still have to bury it.
Where are you going to run it?
I'm going to run it right back behind here. We'll put a big rock or something to hide the outlet, and then we'll run it at an angle, and then across and under the greenhouse and into the storage shed right here.
Because there's a storage shed right there.
So we'll make that happen. So that's probably going to be when it's cooler.
And I finally got to put in my handprints of my children.
Yeah.
Because we redid the patio, redid flower beds. These got displaced and kind of tossed to the side.
Yep.
And I'm so glad. Let me get my shadow out of the way. This one is my Cynthia and my Josh in 1999.
Yep.
And ironically, we adopted Andrew in 99 as well, but months after we had done the handprints. Sorry for the hoses and everything in the way. So it was like sad that we didn't get his handprint in there, and we had to wait until, I don't know what that says, 2000. I don't know. It's like gummed up.
Let me see.
We adopted him in 99, but Jay didn't do a cement project.
These were over by the hummingbird feeder, and I think that's dirt on like the sap
from the hummingbird.
Syrup. Yeah, from the sugar water.
So maybe we need to scrub that out.
Yeah, I think so.
But those are my children's.
Yep. You want to give me the camera now, and then I'll video you over here so you can show them the planter box.
Okay.
Raised bed.
You remember we moved the raised bed over here because eventually this mess over here will be like a planting area and a potting bench and all that kind of stuff. But right now, look at how good this stuff is doing. Now, I do have tomatoes here. This, though, I'm not sure what's going on with all of these. They seem to be like fried.
They're super tall.
But they are producing tomatoes. Then these are beefsteak, I believe, over here and here. So I need to get those up. But my very first time growing cucamelons or
show them the
sour
cucamelons.
Yeah, look at they look
Sour
like
gherkins.
little watermelons.
Look at that. Is that cool or what? And I'm not a fruit and vegetable guy. Imagine that.
Yeah.
My wife grows a big vegetable garden, and I don't eat any of it. But those sour gherkins, those cucamelons, I want to try them.
And I only have 2 right now, so I'm like hoping that we can get some more because I know your mom wanted to try some. I know my parents want, but I only have 2. And does anybody know when they're ready? I don't know. They're supposed to taste like cucumber or something, but look like a little watermelon. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to slice them into little mini pieces.
Yeah.
And everybody try it.
This raised bed is doing really, really good over here.
Yes, it is.
I think after 3 moves, I think we found its perfect spot.
Yeah, for sure.
It likes it a lot better over here. It gets just a window of really intense heat.
Yep.
So it doesn't get a lot of sun because of the house and then our neighbor's house. But it gets its intense heat. So it's enough for it to really love.
Yeah. So, tomatoes are actually doing really well.
Yeah. But do you think I'm going to be able to can these before winter?
These ones right here, probably not. This one over here.
Maybe.
This one.
Uh-huh.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. I'm going to sneeze. Sorry.
Bless you.
Sorry, excuse me.
Goodness.
But anyway, anything else you want to show them? You want to show them our big potted plants of tomatoes over here?
We can take them over there.
I had so many tomatoes that I grew from seed that I just started popping them into pots, hoping I would get a bunch of tomatoes. That's why I bought jars. I'm ready to can, but nothing.
But that's a pretty good sized tomato plant for a pot.
So I'm thinking though, since they're in pots, as soon as you finish the greenhouse and we are in danger of our first frost, I think I'm going to move these pots into the greenhouse and see if I can prolong the life of the tomato plants. I think these are both beefsteak. I think this one is an heirloom. It was a volunteer.
Isn't that crazy?
And then, of course, I had tons of these little pumpkins.
Yeah, more.
So I put them everywhere.
More mini pumpkins.
Look, there's a bee right in here. Whoop, never mind. He flew out as soon as he saw me.
He's like, oh, you're scaring me.
And over here, I've got some more. This one's not like in the patio, but I even have a cucumber growing.
Where at?
No, it's a cucumber plant, but
I thought you had a little tiny cucumber starting.
Not yet on
Lots
this.
of flowers. Oh, yes, you do, right here. Look at that one.
Okay.
Look at
it just has to be pollinated. That's a female.
No, that's a cucumber.
I know, but it's the female
Look at
flower.
That one.
It will be a cucumber if it gets pollinated.
That's a cucumber.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's too cool.
So I think the pots are doing really good. The grapevines are doing really good.
You want to talk about a flower that smells really good? Right here. The star jasmine is amazing. And this thing was a stump down in here. Last year, we didn't even think it was going to make it. And now
can you want to discuss the plans? I'm going to let you discuss the plans, what you're thinking of doing to this poor little plant. Are you going to leave it outside or are you going to bring it in?
I think we're going to plant it.
You're going to plant it in the ground
even though it
and
gets
try
cold here, I think within the next couple of weeks, we're probably going to plant this somewhere.
So the last 4 years, we've drug it inside, and it's really, really heavy.
I'm tired of dragging that plant inside and out, so I think this year we'll plant it in the ground and hope for the best. If it doesn't get really, really cold, then we'll be fine. We've had some people comment on previous videos of the star jasmine, and they're back east, and they get really cold, or northeast, and they said that they've planted them, and they have them, and they just come back every year. So I think we'll just plant this one and hope for the best. The nurseries carry them anyway as an indoor plant. So even if this one takes a dive and dies, I'll just go get another one, and we'll have another one next year.
Yeah.
So
at this point, we're tired of it.
I'm tired of packing it in the house, and then you get the little gnats. Yeah, I'm over that. But then we have this peanut plant that a squirrel decided to put in this pot, and Christa let it grow. And then we have a bunch in the front flower bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have some over there. So anyway, that's about it.
Okay, well, let's sign off. Let me switch the camera.
Hey guys, we are going to sign off. This is Jay, Christa, Say I Do Forever, helping you say I do forever. And thank you for taking the tour with us and taking the time to watch this video. If you guys can like our video and subscribe, that would be amazing and awesome. And as I do more of the details on the pond, waterfall, and creek, I will video those. And anything else we do in the yard, like we were talking, when I power wash and paint the house, we'll video that too. So anyway, we appreciate you guys taking this journey along with us.
Thank you, guys.
Until next time.
Love you guys.
We'll see you later.
Okay, testing some new microphones.
Testing.
We
One,
don't
two,
know if they're
three.
gonna work,
We are hoping that you can hear us now because now it's solid green.
especially Jay.
Yeah, because I whisper and I talk like this and no one can hear me.
I
because
probably need to
don't
put
want to broadcast
my
over the whole entire
microphone way over
neighborhood.
here. I think we should
No.
broadcast to the whole neighborhood. Hey, people!
Hi, we're
We love
live.
you.
We're live at the Handled House.
Let's try.